Okay, so I'm gonna try to make a little video. I've just matted up this print that I have to, my woodblock print that I'm taking up to the Garrison Art Show. And everybody always wants to know, how do I finish the back of the print of my framing? So here I've got my backboard, which is archival. My mat is archival. My plexiglass is UV protected, and my frame is maple. So everything's secure, checked for dust, cat hairs, all that lovely stuff. And now I'm going to put the back paper on. So I've got this stuff, adhesive transfer tape. You can get it at Amazon. And I'm opening a new pack because I'm almost out of my other one. So it's when you open it up, if I can open it up, you peel off a length of tape, and there's only sticky side inside here. This is like wax paper. So you take it and you pull it the length of your frame, and then you press it down, tear it off at each corner. And I usually press it down pretty well. I use the back of my fingernails. You can burnish it with something if you want. Tear off the extra. And then you just gently pull off the wax paper carefully, and the sticky is here, it stays on. See, now this is just wax paper. Okay, so now you've just got sticky adhesive there. So you do the same with all 4 sides. Burnish it down. And then gently lift it off. And now I've got sticky on 2 sides. Same thing here. Sticky tape down. I get my frames from American Frame. They're very easy to order from. Their quality is really good. And now they even come with the brads already put in the frame, so you don't even need a brad gun. Makes it easier for people that don't have that extra tool. And then the last side. Funny bubble here. It didn't have any tape under that spot. So I'll just make a patch. I'll just take off a little bit and stick it down.
Walker's learned how to drive a powerboat. JB has learned how to drive a powerboat as well. I think Nicole's going to do his license, and that's really fun to see. The accents enjoying that very much.
Peel it off. And now it's got sticky all over it. Okay. So now you've got the sticky, and then I take brown packing tape. It's just, I don't even know where I got it. I got it years ago. I think it's like mailing, package mailing tape. And just lay it down nice and smooth, carefully. And then adhere it by just rubbing it again onto the sticky area. And now I'm gonna just pause it. I'm gonna pause it here and go get my cutting board. Okay, so I'm back. So now I'm going to put down my cutting board. and I'm going to turn my painting over on my wood block. And then I have my little X-Acto blade, okay. And I just carefully, making sure the whole thing is on the cutting board, I go in. Be careful not to cut your frame. Hope this is in, the camera is getting all of this. The paper on the back makes it look neat and tidy, but it also acts as a dust buffer. So dust doesn't get in the back of the frame and then creep up into your mat and your artwork. So it actually has a function to keep the artwork safe. Okay, so there's from the front, and here's the back. And now I'll show you how I finish it off with my stickers and measuring and put the wire on and all that. Okay, I'm gonna pause it again and oh, now I have my ruler. So generally, first you wanna make sure you're putting the nails in the right side up. I generally put the hanging wires about 1/3 of the way, or somewhere about approximately 1/3 of the way down the frame from the top. So with this one, just eyeballing it, I'm gonna do this at, let's see, I'll do about 4.5 inches on each side. 4.5 inches. Okay. I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna do it at 4 inches. I think 4.5 is a little deep. 4 inches. Okay. So now you need to make a hole with an introductory hole for the screws you're going to be putting in, the mounting screws for your wire. So what I have is my old handy dandy Swiss Army knife that I've had for, I don't know, 50 years. And it has this sharp little tool. And I use this, but that's not what you should use. You can either use a nail or something called an awl. I don't know how to spell awl, but this is what I use. And I just take this and I approximate halfway in between the frame, and I go back and forth. Maple, it's a maple frame, so they're super hard. So you want to get a nice introductory hole to take the screw so it doesn't crack the frame. Okay, so then I go back in here, back and forth, back and forth. All right, there. Okay, don't know if you can see the hole on either side. Okay, so now I'm gonna get the screws. They send them very nicely when you order from American Frame. So I'm going to use the ones they sent to me. Oh, but they don't send the wire. I'm going to go get the wire. I'll be back. Hold on. Okay, so here's the last step. In the little packet they send, they give you a few different things to choose from. They also give you what's known as the These. Don't use these. Most shows will not allow you to hang because it doesn't fit any of their hanging systems. So they also give you a selection of screws. So I'm using the shortest screws and these hanging thingies, whatever they're called. And this is how I'll begin. I need a screwdriver.
If the U.S. Department of Justice names FIFA as a criminal party, it's game, set, and match here.
The organization will just collapse. Nobody is
Okay.
above or beyond the law.
So
They went to New York to
you
send
take
a
the
message to international soccer. You haven't cleaned up your house. And we
bracket or whatever it's called. You put the screw,
World Cup of fraud.
just the end of the screw, into the hole you've already created, and then you just
The corporate veil fell, and you could see quite
screw it down nice and snug.
money making and self-interest and greed and politicking and backstabbing there really was behind what they called
I generally screw it in until it's not wiggly.
Sepp Blatter was the head of that family.
He was the godfather of football. In his eyes, he was untouchable.
Maple is really hard wood. Okay, that's pretty good. Maybe a little longer. But such pretty wood. Okay. And then you go to this side, same thing.
Démissionner, c'est de dire que je suis fautif de tout ce qui arrive.
Screw it in.
Corruption was endemic
Oh, didn't have it in the hole properly.
right through to the fall in 2015.
Okay. There we go.
They held important responsibilities at every level, from building soccer fields for children in developing countries to organizing the World Cup. They were expected to uphold the rules that keep soccer honest and to protect the integrity of the game. Instead, they corrupted the business of worldwide soccer to serve their interests and to enrich themselves.
Okay. So now I take the wire. Now the wire I use, I like the wire that has a little bit of a plastic coating on it. Otherwise it really tears up your fingers, and when you do several frames at a time, your hands can really get sore if the wire is constantly poking you, the little ends. So I generally just stretch it fairly taut across and then give myself a couple of inches on either end. Cut my piece.
I didn't realize how much power they had. I didn't realize they controlled
And then
banks. I just thought, oh, these are the guys
wire it in.
who control the rules.
Now this, you just do a nice, tight little coil. Since these isn't a big piece, it's not heavy, this is strong enough. Okay. And then this side, same thing. Now keep it snug. If you keep this loose like this, that's when your pictures flop away from the wall. You know, when they do this horrible. So if you keep your wire fairly taut, just enough that the person hanging it can get their hands up underneath to find the hook, that's all you need. And then your piece will not, you know, hang out from the wall and look all weird and strange, you know, almost facing down to the floor. So that's the thing you want to do. Just give yourself enough room to get your finger in between the piece of art and the wire, and you're good. Okay, so I'm going to cut off this extra. Shouldn't be using these scissors so bad. I'm so bad. All right. Okay. So that's, you can see it's fairly taut. They do give us these little things to put on the base. You can put on the bottom corners. That also helps your artwork, you know, stabilize a little more on the wall and also keeps it from banging on the wall. So they're just little foam pieces that they supply, and you just tuck them in. There, okay. Now, what I do, I didn't do this the first few years, but I do it now, and I order these from Moo, which is a card company, M-O-O, and you can make labels for yourself. And otherwise, what I used to always do is on my printer, I would type out a label and put it on the back of my painting, and that looks very nice, and you know, you can do that easily. This I've done for the last couple of years, and I have my name, my email, and my website. No phone numbers, ever, ever, ever. You do not want anybody at a show looking at your work, strangers, people you don't know, just having the ability to phone you up. Never put your phone number anywhere, on your website or any place. So then I just stick it on the bottom. Nice, nice. Okay. And then I have one other fun thing that I have now. I can't find them. Where'd they go? Oh, here they are. I got myself a QR code, I think it's called. These are free. You get them online. You can just look up, make your own QR code. This is my QR code. And if anybody scans it, it just takes them right to my website. It says lauragould.art on it. So then I just put that above my sticker. Okay, so that's how I finish off my frame. Okay, so there you go. All done. Hope this helps. Okay? All right. That's it. Take care. Bye, everybody.